O que acende a sua vontade de começar algo? Tem uma faísca em você que te chama para empreender, investir, dar novos rumos para sua vida. E para todos os seus começos, você pode contar com Santander Select. Um banco mais pessoal, mais próximo, mais humano. Um time de especialistas com olhar atento para cada momento da sua vida. Porque você sabe, só quem já deu muitos passos está pronto para continuar começando. Santander Select. Começa em você, começa agora.
Rated mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the Patriot Angle Podcast, a show about America's truth, unhinged, unfiltered, raw. Your host, Mike Gardner. Hey guys, welcome to another edition to the Patriot Angle Podcast. I'm doing a little quick episode here. Very, very quick. I want to brief on the, as you can hear, I'm outside here on the porch of my home here. The birds are chirping. It's a really nice day. Sun is out. It's starting to get warm outside now in northern Georgia, which I love. I love because, who the hell likes the cold, right? Who the hell likes the cold? But anyway, I want to get into this whole saga of the Joe Biden falling down the stairs. Yeah. This is getting to be a problem, folks. We before I play the soundbite here, I want to explain to my listeners out there that, folks, this is getting bad. This is not the first time he fell. There's been other certain occasions that he fell, or tripped, or mishandled his own words. But set aside from mishandling his own words and slurring his speech from time to time, which we see on a basically a daily basis, he's now falling right in front of cameras. This is basically President Joe Biden's critics, right? They have seized on his fall. Okay, before I want to play into the soundbite here, the critics have basically seized on his fall while boarding Air Force One on Friday. So it was Friday. I thought it was Friday. See, I don't have Paul here. He usually comments here and lets me know, different things while I'm doing this show. He's my side guy here, so to speak. Basically on Friday to make claims about the Commander-in-Chief's overall health, which I'm going to play another soundbite for you guys. You guys got to hear this one. This is the President of the United States. You can hear the See, you can hear the, oh, there he goes. 1, 2, 3. You can hear the sound in the background, guys. You know? And basically, yeah. And then he gives this little salute. You know? Yeah. Not only did the chief of staff and the rest of the administration and, the Marine Corps men and women that were there, you know, that salute him. They salute every president. They're always like 1 or 2 Marine Corps people there that act as an exiting security for the president of the United States. You know, they even stopped and looked at him and say, hey, you know, probably murmuring under their breath to Joe, are you okay? So here it is, folks. Reacting over the weekend, conservatives have now called the stumble scary and sad, as they now make claims about the president's health, echoing attacks former President Donald Trump leveled against him during the 2020 election cycle, that Joe is not fit. Folks, we're seeing it. I mean, the man is clearly not fit. If he's gonna trip going up the staircase to Air Force One, not once, not twice, but 3 times right in a row, yeah, you wanna scratch your heads and, you know, kind of understand. Hey, what the hell's going on, Joe? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? The Republicans' attacks came as Biden's positive approval rating remained high following the passage of his $1.9 trillion COVID-19 stimulus package. And despite the ongoing border crisis, yeah, because we have a border crisis. Not only is this president basically bankrupt in the country with one after the other of COVID-19 relief packages, yeah, that's the next one. He's going to basically have all the damn illegal immigrants come in the country. But he'll still say to people, it's very important you wear a mask. But are they asking people that are flooding into this country right now that basically he opened the damn border and he's now allowing immigrants to just flood right into the country? God knows what kind of diseases or viruses they carry. But is he questioning them? No, he's not questioning them. No, because it doesn't fit the narrative. Even the former Trump advisory, Boris, said in the video of Biden stumbling 3 times on the steps of Air Force One, isn't it funny but scary, as he sought to cast doubts over his health. A lot of people are casting doubts over his health. Yeah, a lot of people were casting doubts over Trump's health. They were saying he was mentally unstable and this and that, you know. But, you know, what can you do, you know? But folks, I want to. By the way, this is coming from the press secretary saying, "Oh, this is the hardest job in the world, the most demanding job in the world. The president is going to have slips from time to time." And that's coming from the your press secretary. What are they hiding? What are they hiding? I tell you what they're hiding. They're hiding a man that is not fit to be president of the free world of the United States of America, folks. More with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after these words. Hey guys, show today is sponsored by Spotify. Spotify, what a great app. Not only do I use it for my show here, the Patriot Angle podcast, and also the Patriot Brief, but I also, in my leisure time, love to listen to the podcast on there as well, with the shows, even the music. And what's great about Spotify, guys, is you can create your personal playlist and listen to it anywhere you go. If you're low on data, or if you just don't want to use your data, you can download your playlist right to your phone, your iPhone, your Android, and listen to it offline. So you don't really need to listen to it with your data on your personal phone's carrier service. What I also love about Spotify is their premium service. The premium service, folks, if you're not into the ads, sign up for Spotify Premium. What is it? It's basically their upgraded service on the app
and you can bypass all the ads, because trust me, folks, there's times where I don't even like listening to the ads on any of the platforms today that we have today. So download Spotify. You're going to love it, folks. It's like cutting edge. Everything you can possibly think of, it's on the Spotify app. Podcasts, shows, music, everything. Download it today, guys. You'll love it.
All right, folks, we're back to the show. Back to the show on a lovely Monday afternoon, Northern Georgia. For those who's just joining in, we got a lot to talk about on today's show. I'm talking about this segment here of the President of the United States. Yes, tricky stares, so to speak. Yeah, we're coming to calling it tricky stares. The president fallen once again. Yeah, as you can see, I'm scratching my head. Well, you can't see it, but you probably can hear it. The president, he's falling down. Falling down. But of course, the inner circle, so to speak, of the radical left, they won't take questions on his health. They'll just try to bypass it. Or as Jen Psaki would say, we're going to circle back on that question. Here is a reporter here questioning to the press secretary, believe it or not, about Joe's health. And if he's seen a doctor and, what's going on with Joe, if he's okay. I mean, the man, he fell more than once. He fell right there in plain sight, right in front of everybody, right in front of the media, right in front of cameras, everything. Did you see the crooked news network, CNN, or MSNBC basically reporting on that? No. They bypassed it. They're going to talk about something else. They're going to be talking about Trump for the next 3.5 years and how he was a bad president, this and that. But they will, they won't touch on Joe's health. No, they don't, because they don't want the American people to understand what's really, truly happening. The man is 79 years old and cannot physically keep on going as president. He's unfit. His mental health is getting to him. He's slurring his words. Doesn't know where the hell he's at half the time. Has to be reminded where he's going to be. We haven't seen a major press conference from him. Of course, Trump was taking press conferences a couple times a week, if not, maybe more than 6, 7, 8 times in a single month. But no. But anyway, we're gonna play this soundbite here of tricky stares. We're coming to call on it. Yeah, the president, of course, these stairs are very difficult to walk up to, according to the press secretary. Oh, you got to listen to it, folks. You got to listen to it.
Go in the back. Thanks, Jen. First off, before I get to my other questions, just checking on the president. He fell going up the steps to Air Force One on Friday. Is he doing okay?
He's 100% fine. I don't know if you've been up those steps. They're a little tricky sometimes, but he's doing great.
I've not been up those. Then, did he see a doctor? Did he have to see a doctor over it?
I'm not aware of that being required. There's, of course, a doctor who travels with the president, any president of the United States, but I'm not aware of it needing actual extensive medical attention.
Okay, great. And then on the border, of course.
Was it no? Well, I'm not trying to be. There's a doctor who travels with him. He was walking around, as you all saw, by the end of the day. So I'm just trying to be completely transparent. He's absolutely fine, as he was on Friday, was this weekend. He spent the weekend at Camp David. He's good.
Oh, he's good. But did you hear her saying it again? Did he see a doctor? And then you can hear a little bit in the video here with a woman. I guess it was a White House staff or somebody in the background that said, no, he didn't see a doctor. No. Folks, we need to start questioning our heads here questioning our minds to understand what is truly happening in this country. What the hell is happening with Joe Biden? Where is his health? What is going on with this president? Every single time somebody questions the well-being of this president, it gets swept under the rug. What the hell is going on with the President of the United States? I mean, that's starting to become the million-dollar question, right? So, here's my question. After saga, we had to hear from Donald Trump that he's unfit to to continue to become the president of the United States. Oh, his mental health, he says things without he thinks without him saying things. What's my head out here? I'm sounding like Joe. I'm slurring my words. Drink some water here. But, that's what Joe needs. He needs a good glass of water. Joe, where are you, sir? You are running the free world of the United States of America. You're tripping, going up the staircase to Air Force One. Folks, I think it's time to basically, we're going to have to enact the 25th Amendment on this. This is bad. This is bad. The mental health of Joe Biden. I mean, folks, this is getting bad. This is getting bad. Biden doing fine after stumbling once, twice, 3 times on the steps of Air Force One, according to a White House spokesperson. A White House spokesperson is blaming windy weather after Joe Biden loses his footing 3 times boarding Air Force One. Winding? They're blaming wind for Joe Biden to walk up the stairs? Like, what kind of shit is that? Like, even a simple 10-year-old would understand that there's something wrong. You're the President of the United States and you're tripping, and then all of a sudden, an excuse for that is wind? Come on, man. Supporters of Joe Biden were tempting fake when they claimed he had not put a foot wrong during his first 2 months in office. The U.S. president managed to fall not once, not twice, but 3 times, folks, on his way up to the staircase of Air Force One on Friday. But of course, the White House spokesperson blamed windy weather. Can you believe that? The triple stumble came as Biden, at 78, almost 79 years old, folks, the oldest president ever elected as U.S. president, was departing for Atlanta from Joint Base Andrews in Maryland. About halfway up the red carpeted stairs, Biden could not seen losing his footing before stumbling 3 times, eventually ending up on his left knee while still holding the railing with his right hand, basically giving everybody, "I'm okay," like Steve Urkel would say. Do you remember watching the Family Matters? You know, the klutz that lived next door, Steve Urkel. He would always piss off the father, Carl, and every time he was a klutz, he knocked something over or something, he would get, "Did I do that?" Are we starting to see the white version of Steve Urkel? Did I do that? Old Joe falling up the staircase. But the story goes on, folks. The president got back up, gave his left knee a rub,
and ascended the rest of the staircase like it didn't even happen, before turning and saluting the U.S. Marines who had flown by him by helicopter to the airport from the White House. Officials insisted that there was no damage done. Miss Pereira, the deputy White House press secretary, told reporters on Air Force One, "It's very windy. It's very windy, folks. I almost fell coming up the stairs myself, but he's 100% fine. He's doing 100% fine." Asked if the president was checked in by a doctor. Now that was the sound clip I just played for y'all. Okay? The reporter had questioned the press secretary to see if he's seen a doctor. And then we had a silence. No, he did not see a doctor. He is doing fine. He is in complete great health. The president just was trying to catch his footing because of bad wind in Maryland on his way to Atlanta for an event. Like, how much of this garbage is there to believe? Seriously. At this point, with all the slurring, with all the accidents and falling down this or falling up the staircase, I think it's time to question this man's health. What do you think, folks? Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying the Patriot Brief and also the Patriot Angle podcast episodes. For those who have a high interest in these podcasts, thank you very much for tuning in, both on the audio and the live feeds, whether on Rumble or on Facebook Live. Folks, there is actually now over 800 hours of podcasting on the Patriot Angle podcast. If you'd like to hear previous episodes, set aside from the current episode that you may have listened to, you can see these episodes anywhere you hear a podcast, whether it's Apple, Google, Spotify, anywhere you hear a podcast. Just Google in the Patriot Angle podcast. It'll pop right up on your browser, on either your iPhone or your Android or whatever device you choose to listen to. Folks, there is a surge now in the Patriot Angle podcast, with a surge of viewership now reaching 4.5 million views. Thank you very much. Thank you. Also, would like you to hit that like or subscribe button on any platform you see the Patriot Angle podcast. And if you can, please consider making a small donation on our Anchor page. Just Google anchor.fm and then click search where it says the Patriot Angle podcast. It'll pop right up. Like I said, please, if you can, a small donation can help. It helps us with the show, episodes, everything on the show. With that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.
Two questions, including one from people who can't be here.
Sure.
First of all, just on the border, right at the start of the administration, when President Biden signed executive orders overturning President Trump's orders and so on, I mean, with hindsight, does he regret not speaking more clearly and more forcefully, saying, do not come to the border? Was a message sent that President Biden's America would be more welcoming?
We've been conveying the messages that I have just conveyed from the beginning. Did you have a second question?
President Obama is taking part, I think, within the next hour in an event with Protect Our Care, talking about the Affordable Care Act. Has he? The question is, has he visited the White House yet, or indeed, are there any? Do you know how often he has spoken to President Biden, and are there any plans for him to take part in advocacy at administration events going forward?
Well, I will say, having a unique view of this question, they were not just president and vice president. They are friends, and they consult and talk about a range of issues. I would expect that continues through the course of President Biden's presidency. That can be done over the phone, it turns out. And I think if President Obama had been here, you would all know he's a recognizable figure. But I expect, given former President Obama's work on the Affordable Care Act, President Biden's commitment to expanding access to health care throughout his presidency, that it's an issue they'll talk about. But in terms of what he'll be involved in, I would point you to his...
Turn this garbage off. Turn it off. Turn it off. I don't want to hear anymore. I don't want to hear any more of the damn lies. I don't want to hear about the tuck. Put Joe... He's got to go to bed. It's TT time for Joe. Yeah, it's bedtime for Joe. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Folks, I'm going to close it out here. I told you it's going to be a quick show. Folks, this is crazy now. I just brought a sound clip in here of the next agenda by this radical left presidential administration of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and all the radical lunatics that are running this country. Because, folks, we are seeing it. Joe Biden is not running this country. The radical left machine is running this country. The AOCs, the Nancy Pelosi's, the Kamala Harris's, those are the ones that are running the show. Do you not see what is going on in front of your eyes? This man is a puppet for the Democratic radical left party. They're now basically, the reporter asking about, Joe Biden, his visit to the southern border amidst of the immigration surge and this and that. What did they quickly right underneath the rug? Quickly run underneath the rug into the next question of affordable health care. Folks, now we're understanding that former President Barack Obama is going to have a big approach to this new health care bill that they want to try to bring back in. Are they enacting Obamacare? Is this going to be Obamacare 2.0 under the Biden, Kamala Harris administration? I mean, folks, we've seen what happened with Obamacare. What did it do? And like I said, I'm going to close it out here soon because we're running out of time here on the show. But we seen what was going on with Obamacare during Obama's administration. It was terrible health care. It put more people in debt. People couldn't even afford the damn health care to begin with. The premiums were as high as hell. And quite frankly, it did not work. Thank God for Trump that abolished that crap and ended the health mandates on that, taxing people hundreds of dollars for not having health care. Since when does the government have a choice in your body and your own choice? Apparently we're seeing that with the damn masks. I mean, literally. No person nor government has the choice or anything, for that matter, to reign over your own personal health. Your own personal health is your own damn choice. Your choice, your body, period. No government official has the choice to reign supreme over that. And we're seeing that with masks. The masks, folks, don't work. We've seen that for a year. The cases keep on going up and blah, 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 blah. But do we really understand what the cases are? Because frankly, that's another hush under the rug scenario. And quite frankly, folks, it's getting to be crap. But with that being said, folks, this healthcare, this border immigration surge, folks, we are in dangerous times here in America. Not only is this president bankrupting our country with the economy, rolling one stimulus after the next stimulus after the next. Folks, we are at $30 trillion in debt. Our country does not even make that. And a regular average economy. I think we only average about $17 trillion. Folks, we don't even make nowhere near 30 trillion. And it's climbing day by day, month by month, year by year after this disastrous administration. They're now talking about a fourth stimulus. What is it going to be next? $2,000? That's $4,000 for a married couple. Yeah, and if you got kids, oh, there's more money included. Folks, we cannot continue to print money. The dollar bill is not worth $1 anymore. Hasn't been worth $1 in a long ass time. A dollar bill is now worth about 25 cents on the average. Folks, do you understand what the government is doing? Wake up and understand. The midterms are in less than a year. You need to vote these lunatics out of office and vote more people in with the common sense, the theory of where this country should be. That's my closing statement, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's show. And like as always, we'll see you on the next one.
You just heard an episode of the Patriot Angle Podcast, an Anchor platform.